Many golfers I meet and coach feel like they rush the downswing, and they feel this is where a number of their issues come from. If this is relevant to you, I'm going to share with you a couple of amazing drills and feels you can take straight to the golf course to help you improve your downswing sequence. Make sure you check out this video. So if you're one of those golfers who feels like you're rushing the downswing, it's generally because we're starting with the wrong sequence. So golfers who feel all in a rush, all out of sequence, are trying to pull their arms down. They're starting the downswing by dominating with their upper body. We realise that we actually want to start ground up, but many golfers are confused how. Now, at the start there, you'll have seen me doing quite a simple exercise, just using a band. You could use rope, you could use your golf towel, whatever you need. But I was almost just trying to feel like I waited for this band, in this occasion, this TheraBand, to slap me on the back or pat me on the back here. Now, that's almost waiting for my downswing. I want you to multitask here. So I want you to feel like the arms are being left up, but we apply, before we get to the top of our backswing, before the band slaps us on the back, we start to apply some pressure towards our lead foot. Because the first movement in the downswing should be a press down into this lead side here. Now that does a couple of things. As I push down into my lead side, you will start to see my backside goes back. I create or keep this tilt forwards. I obviously shift pressure into this lead foot, but my hips are starting to also rotate. So they're starting to move forwards towards the target and starting to rotate almost back to where they were at setup. They're not quite going to be at that very first stage, but they're definitely moving a lot more than the upper half. So I'm feeling like I'm leaving the band up, but pushing into my lead foot. And that's a real powerful move to start the downswing. So I'm actually generating a lot of speed, but a lot of speed here, right down the bottom end of the golf swing. So just getting that sensation again, of almost the band's going to slap me on the back. I'm waiting for it, if you like, at the top of the golf swing, but my multitasking part is that I'm actually applying some pressure to my lead foot as I start this downswing movement, or before I even complete the backswing. So it's there. I've applied some pressure, my hips are rotated, and then the band's slapping me on the back. Now I'm in this great position where I'm ready to speed up and generate some whip nearer the golf ball. So, great downswing feel. And then I grab the club and basically do the same thing. Trying to get that sensation, I always feel, of leaving the arms up. I'm out of breath. Leaving the arms up, but starting with a press into this lead foot. And that's really going to help me get the sensation that my arms in the start of the movement are dropping. What I never want to see is golfers pulling their arms down. Often this comes about because they've been making this wrong movement where they've been swinging more out to in over the top, and they know that's the wrong move, so they then learn, well, I've got to pull and get my arms behind me more. But as they pull down, we often see them losing posture. What you'll have seen there was a very different move from me, where I'm really maintaining my posture, keeping my backside out, no hint of early extension in that first movement. So I'm going to go ahead and just do a couple of nice slow pace swings and just trying to get that feeling of almost leaving my arms up at the top of the backswing, almost waiting for it. But my first downswing move is that I'm pushing down into that lead foot. I'm going to go nice and smooth, just with a mid-iron. Now, it didn't feel like an eternity, but it felt like quite a long time at the top of my golf swing. Yet you'll look at it and go, oh, I didn't really see a whole lot. It feels a lot more than it actually is when you look at it on video, but it felt like I had a real weight at the top of my golf swing. I almost just let the club drop into position, and I got the sensation, because I took the pace out of it, not a lot really, I mean, down to about 83 miles an hour with a 7-iron, whereas I'm normally a bit closer to 90. So I didn't take a lot of power out of it. Got very good efficiency, so quite good distance considering I wasn't hitting it so hard. If you get good downswing sequence, there's no reason why you shouldn't get good efficiency. So nice smooth one again, almost waiting for it at the top of the golf swing. And the speed is more being delivered here at impact. You could even do some freezer exercises, and they are just as they sound. You actually stop at the top, and then we would start our downswing. But I quite like running through it with movement, but just take the pace out of it to start with. And this is relevant for any golf club. Doesn't matter whether we're talking about an iron or a wood. Now, as an at-home exercise, something you can do if you are struggling with this, starting the downswing with the lower half first, is just use a couple of alignment sticks, tour sticks, one through belt loops and one across shoulders. And we're just trying to get the sensation, this is disassociating, upper body to lower body. So I'm starting this movement and I'm trying to create a bigger gap between my shoulders and my hips. So I'm not looking for my shoulders to catch up with my hips too early. I'm actually looking for this gap to increase, and it's only a small move, but this gap to increase, and that would be me waiting at the top for that rope, towel, whatever it is to slap me here. Almost starting with this lower half first. We don't actually want our shoulders, our torso, to catch up with our hips until just after we've hit the golf ball. So my hips should be outrunning my torso until just after I've hit it. Many golfers get their shoulders catching with their hips way too early in the downswing. And this is where that out to win, fade, slice type of movement comes from in this direction here. I'm in a delivery where all I can really do is belt down on the golf ball and swing a long way left. Golfers, after a while, they compensate. They start leaning back and we get all sorts of poor strikes and sequences from there. Let me just finish with one more, getting that feeling of almost leaving the arms up. But if I can multitask, there's that press of almost push of pressure into my lead foot. So that one felt like it had a little bit more speed to it, almost like I was hitting a full one. So more at the distance I would expect, just over 160 odd with a 7-iron. Felt lovely, all those shots straight down my target line. But importantly, I got the sensation of almost waiting for it at the top. Hopefully you'll have seen a pretty good rhythm. I don't do many things right in my golf swing, but most people do say I have a pretty good tempo, pretty good rhythm. And that just is maybe what I'm trying to get across in this video, is that wait for it. Don't be too eager to start your downswing with your upper body or torso. Give the exercises a go. I know they're going to help your game and get you sequencing your downswing correctly. If the video has helped, hit the thumbs up, share it with as many golfers as you can. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Right now, YouTube is suggesting the next video of mine that's relevant for you. It's just here. Click on it and check it out.